Better be doing that.
Welcome
To
Kathy's Corner.
Sorry, it took too long getting in this seat.
But it's okay, we're here to talk with you today. We're so glad you joined us.
We've got so much that we want to share with you about our experiences individually and just sharing together. And it can range from anything from books, movies, hobbies.
Animal rescue, medical conditions of animals, sewing,
Photography.
cooking.
There you go. Cooking.
You can tell, we like to chatter.
So we have a whole lot of things to explore with you. But for now, what we're going to do is we're going to chat with Kathy here about her wisdom and her experiences of being a medical animal foster. I believe you're going to find this fascinating. So let's ask her, how long have you been doing this?
About 20 years. And I have mostly enjoyed the medical fostering because it's so unique. It's so different.
And you're so good at it.
Oh, thank you. You have to have a passion for the animals. You have to have a lifestyle that allows you to really take care of the animal. If it's general fostering, you bring the animal in your home, you feed them, pet them, brush them, whatever, and they pretty much assimilate into your family until a permanent owner is found. When it's a medical foster, you're communicating with the vets constantly, you're taking notes all the time, you may be giving medications every few hours. Your life has to be pretty dedicated to animal rescue.
That's what I was going to say. And that's why you're so good at it, because you not only have an incredibly loving heart for animals, but you make room for them and time.
But I love it. It's my passion. I have no children. My husband golfs all day long, so I really don't have to do anything else other than take care of my animals. I do have hobbies, of course, and things I like to do, but
you do a lot.
there is an absolute
Is there a reward out of this that you get?
yeah, there's just that total feeling of love in their eyes when they know you're helping them, and they are so broken or so sick or so injured, and because of people, humans.
Yeah.
I can't take that. I sit and I hold them and I love them and I talk to them and I pray over them, and I am learning energy healing, which is a subject Kathy's going to talk about
sometime.
in one of our many episodes.
Absolutely. And the thing that I see as the reward is that the sparkle and light in you that you get from the animals. And so I have seen firsthand some of the animals that she has brought in, and one of your most difficult ones, which surprised me, you want to tell them about?
Chi, right?
Mm-hmm. We named her Chi.
Chi is the reason I met Kathy, and why she's now a lifelong friend. Chi is I'm partial to orange kitties. They have the absolute best personality, and they are so loving and so interacting with you. My orange cat loves to come up and put her paws on my face about 5 every morning and lick my face and make sure that I know she's hungry. Don't mind you, the dish has probably got food in it, but she still wants new food. But they have a marvelous personality, and Chi was given to me. They called me into the clinic because
How old was she, Kathy?
I think she was tiny.
Not a couple weeks old, right? Maybe
no,
a couple months old?
I'm gonna say I think she was only 8-10 weeks old.
Mm-hmm.
But I have a history with the clinic because I am really good at what I do. And so they called me in and they said, we have this little kitten here. She's had a crushed head. Her brain has been damaged. Her left front paw is severely crushed and all the bones are broken, and we cannot fix that. We would, if it continues to bother her, have to amputate at the shoulder. Well, that's dramatic, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So they gave me the kitten and sent me home, and no medications as I recall, just simply see if you can handle her and what we can do and report back to us. Well, the first day I had her, I put her down on the floor to eat with everybody else. Everybody had their own dishes, mind you, and whatnot, but I put her down and she went into an episode of screaming and flopping on the floor. My husband came running out of the bedroom going, "What the hell's going on out here?" And the other cats were scrambling. And I said, "Just give me a minute." And I got a towel and I went up to her and I wrapped her in that towel and picked her up and kept that towel bundled tight and just held her till the seizure was over. And he says, "Is that going to happen every day?" And I said, "We don't know. It's her brain."
Yeah.
So we got through it and we kept going, and she just blossomed here. She played with the other kitties. She just she ate well. She calmed down. I was very surprised when we went back for a callback checkup that they told me she was blind. And would you say she's actually blind, or is she?
How she came to my possession is Kathy put her online, a next door neighbor, and cute. I couldn't believe it. I called for my husband. I said, "You got to come see this kitten. I got to have her." I didn't know anything about her, and immediately reached out. Kathy said, "Sure, come on over." And both my husband and I just fell in love with her, and it didn't matter. We'll deal with her.
Well, and let me say at that point too, when I put her up for, she was allowed to be put on social media to be adopted. I had received the authorization. She was termed SNA, which is special needs adoption. So she was going to have to go to a particular home with a certain set of standards. And Kathy met those standards, but one of the problems at that point that we were trying to adopt her was she was not trained to a litter box yet. Her brain hadn't understood what that meant.
She's slow.
But she was so close, and I could tell she was on the cusp. Well, when they came to meet her, she really reacted to them. She was playing with your hair, and she was playing with your hands.
I think she adopted us.
Yeah, she might have.
I think she did. She did. And she's amazing. She's amazing. Yeah. It's interesting about her eyesight, Kathy, because sometimes it seems, I think she can see some shadows. It just depends when the light hits her eyes, a certain thing. Yeah. But when you put the food bowl down, she has incredible heightened sense of scent.
Smell.
Yeah, her smell is totally heightened, and her hearing. And but she picks and hunts around like a bird like this until she can actually hit her bowl.
Find the bowl.
So she's fascinating. I've learned a lot from her, and she's learned a lot.
So that's the kind of thing you get into with medical fostering. I've also got another cat that has had a completely broken pelvis, no tail, it was chewed off, and she had a huge gash in her leg that you could see the tendon and the bone in. And that required constant bandage changing. You had to handle her a certain way. She could not defecate on her own. So there's a lot of things that you do when you're doing that kind of thing. Another cat that I had was so sick when she came in. She wasn't eating. She was only a few ounces and should have been up to 2 pounds at that point. And I stayed up all night with her, syringing formula into her because that's such a high nutrient, and just working all night. And then she made it through the night. I continued to do that kind of treatment till she kind of
can get on her own.
Came around, and then she developed a terrible upper respiratory infection, ended up losing her eye, one. And so a lot of things, you've got to be able to handle the gross as well as the cute,
rewards, yeah,
you know.
exactly. Well, I think we're gonna have to wrap this up right now, but
as you can see, we've got some interesting things to tell you folks, and you just don't know what next video will be.
so hit that like.
And come on back and see us again. Thank you.